I'm Charles Lwanga Ntale. I work as Academy Center Director for the Humanitarian Leadership Academy in Kenya. Well, it has been an interesting 1 year. Since the time we started the center way back in February of 2016, we invested first in understanding the nature of needs. So we carried out needs assessments. We consulted with a range of players. We recruited our team and oriented it in the work. But we also had to set up systems and then begin designing programs based on the needs that we were seeing coming out of the needs assessment. Well, the reception that we have got starting our work in Kenya and the rest of East Africa has been tremendous. We're pleased with it. We've received a lot of support from colleagues in government, but also in the NGO sector and the private sector, especially those working in the humanitarian landscape. We've also got a lot of support from colleagues from elsewhere in the world. The main challenges that we have encountered tend to focus on establishment challenges that any other organization faces. First of all, one has to be able to set in place the right systems to fit the kind of demand that is out there. But at the same time, we have been coming into a space where there are other players, so we needed to fully convince ourselves and all out there that we had something of value to add to what the sector was already involved in. Other challenges have been more to do with the different ways of organizational working, especially if you're working with different partners. As I'm sure you'll appreciate, we work with partners from government and different levels, central and local, with academia, with private sector, etc. And each of these have different ways of working. So some of these have been a challenge, but nonetheless something that we're pleased that we're able to address. The main benefits that we've seen already are to do with the practical utility of the work that we have been sharing with the partners. For example, at the subnational level, where we are working in Kakamega County in Kenya, we have seen the local government taking up specific lessons from understanding disaster risk reduction and management practices, as well as drawing in experiences that have been gained elsewhere. We have a platform as the Global Academy, which has been very much used by people at national and subnational level, and we see this as a very good progress. Well, for the things that we think will shape what we do in the next year or so will include growth of our work. It's important that we not only develop approaches and work with particular constituencies, but also take these experiences to scale. We need to make sure that more and more people are being reached with learning, with knowledge, with innovations that make the sector, the humanitarian sector, more efficient and more effective. Specifically, we will be looking at sharing some of our lessons. In the current year, we will be working on a conference which will bring together stakeholders from across East Africa, and this learning is going to be shared and turned into models that can be replicated elsewhere. We also are looking at issues of sustainability. It's very important that we sustain efforts to building capacities, sharing capacities, learning, knowledge, and innovations in ways that ensure that whether the academy is there or not, there is going to be continued prioritization of these aspects for the sector. What has been the most memorable thing for me since the establishment? First of all, almost on a daily basis, I'm excited by the team that I work with. And that is very encouraging to see. A very focused but also very interested team. It's very much the interest that brings the team together. Of course, we bring together people from different experiences, and building those experiences into one whole is always quite exciting. The next center director needs to think and focus on the integrated nature of development, and humanitarianism playing an essential part there, to avoid a situation where we separate humanitarian issues from development issues, because at the moment we are increasingly seeing that humanitarian issues are concurrently happening, sometimes stifling development, and development approaches sometimes introducing new humanitarian issues. So the more that our thinking in terms of design, conceptualization, and work, the better for the results that we'll achieve.